Hey everyone, Rob from Southgate Media Group here. Before we get started with this podcast, we have a quick message. If this is your first time checking out the show, we love that you found us and we really hope you enjoy it. What we have to say is for the subscribers. If you enjoy our shows, would you please donate to help keep these going? We don't want to have to put traditional ads on these shows, but this does cost money. So we really do rely heavily on donations. To make a donation to the show, please go to our website, www.southgatemediagroup.com. Go to the page for the show, and in the upper right-hand corner is a donate button. It takes you right to PayPal, and you can donate whatever amount you want. Thanks a lot for listening, everybody. And now, on with the show.
Welcome everyone to the All New Marvel Roundup. As you heard last week, this is the place where you'll get all your reviews of all the Marvel comics. Curious about what you should get every week? Let me and my co-host Charlie tell you what you should be reading.
Okay.
Alright, Charlie, so you said you have one book I didn't read this week?
Yeah, the one guy I read this that I don't believe you did was Captain America, Fear Him, #2. This is apparently going to be once a week. This was our installment in the tale of Nomad and Carlson building their partnership as Nomad and the all-new Captain America. Very, very, very interesting. Here's what I want to say about it. It is the kind of book that really reminds you that comic books are a fantasy genre, and really a fantasy genre that is written to a large extent for teenagers and pre-adolescents. I don't mean that as a derogatory find on it. One of the basic plot line in this is that, as you'll recall from last week, Ian, Nomad, had been captured by the Scarecrow, and Sam Wilson has gone into sewers to track him down. And, the sewers comes across a underground community of homeless children who are just fine, thank you very much. And it has that, it's obviously these young kids in this Neverland kind of quality of life situation where they're all doing well, but they just need to be away from the adults in their life because adults mess up young kids' lives, which most young kids feel about their lives, and it's just that stark reminder. As an adult myself, as a man with kids, looking at that, and all I can think of is, those kids need an adult,
Mm-hmm.
But of course, in comic books, kids never need adults, and that is the crux of that line of literature. We had some great bits about. There's just a lot of great banter between Sam and Steve in this, where you really get a sense of their friendship and possibly even a sense of the frustration that Cap feels now that he's behind a desk and can't be out in the field anymore. And they're both kind of confused by the fact that the Scarecrow, who they're thinking of as a pretty low-rent villain, is proving to be a bit of a threat to them. And it does have to be a bit of a threat to them as Sam gets exposed to fear gas and kind of loses it a bit as they have to face off the Scarecrow in the next issue. I'm giving this book a big thumbs up. It was a great read. It gives us a great look into the characters of Ian and Sam, and wonderfully builds out their partnership. Like I said, it makes me really hope that Ian makes it out of Cap's current story arc in the regular series.
Very good.
Thank you. And I know one book you read this week that I didn't was Thor. So can you tell me about Thor?
Oh, you didn't read Thor? I thought you did read Thor. Okay.
No,
yeah.
Out at the comic shop. I got there. I got it, and it was already out.
See, that's how hot this book is, people. It's sold out right away.
Yeah, get the book.
So the title was "Behold a New Age of Thunder," and it starts in Asgardia. Odin is not too thrilled that not only is someone else wielding the hammer, but all his seers and all his, even his own magic, he can't, nothing he does, he cannot discern the identity of the new Thor.
Well,
And yeah. Yes, this is angry Odin.
as opposed to usually happy Odin, which
Well,
we
sometimes they get it depends who's writing it, I guess. Sometimes we get a calmer, laid back Odin.
I think Odin kind of goes from somber to angry, and he's no Volstagg. You never get jovial Odin.
No, but then we see the fight on right in the middle of Manhattan. It's the new Thor versus the Absorbing Man and his girlfriend Titania. Girlfriend or wife?
Girl, I don't think they ever actually got married.
Yeah, I don't think.
Although that'd be common law in the Marvel Universe or something. You never know.
But Titania says, just for girl power, just because the new Thor is a woman, she said she'll give up this time. She'll beat her and escape.
So Tanya, did she actually have a chance to beat Thor? Or
I don't know. She really didn't take much of a shot. She even knocked out the Absorbing Man, so she was like, "I'll give you this freebie."
Okay, so so that is to be taken as it could be. Most likely negative. So what do you think of the book?
It was really good. I give it a big thumbs up. But do you know who Odin's placed someone else new on the royal court? You know who it is?
No, who is it?
His brother Kull.
Oh, the Serpent.
Yes.
The Serpent's back in action.
Thor's not too
Didn't
happy.
he die?
I think he was in prison. Odin basically put himself in exile with him. Remember they were Odin was keeping him prisoner in the old Asgard.
Yeah. Well, no. What he said was he's taking the remains of his brother back to Asgard. I guess he was dead, but he got better.
Yeah, they're Asgardians. They don't stay dead long. But
gave him a little bit of that Coulson juice, and all better.
The last big thing I wanted to say about the issue, I told you yesterday, is Thor literally has a list, like a scroll of, I guess most of the women he knows, that anyone who could be a suspect. I mean, he asks Sif if she's the new Thor, and she's none too happy. She doesn't say no, but she's pretty angry.
Yeah.
She doesn't like him right now, she says, and she doesn't like that hammer, she says.
Very interesting. So, and I guess to the books we both read, or what other books did you read?
Well, I read. Let's see, Bucky Barnes, The Winter Soldier, All New X-Men. What?
Okay,
yeah.
Read either of those. So, you want to go ahead with those?
Yeah, I can. Bucky Barnes. It's just he's still on the alien planet with the princess or the queen. And Crossbones attacks, and we saw Crossbones stabbing Daisy Johnson, Quake last issue, but she's still alive. And Crossbones says he said he's not himself, or he's not the Crossbones he thinks he is, so... Yeah, and there's an older future version of Bucky from like an alternate timeline, so I don't know if Crossbones is from there. I'll give it a thumbs up.
Don't seem too sure about that.
No, it's not a enthusiastic thumbs up. I'll give it a thumbs up. And then let's see, All New X-Men 36 was the last part of the All New X-Men in the Ultimate Universe. They beat Doom. He disappears on them, and then they find the mutant who the new mutant who it was a young girl who sent them to that universe. After going through horrible nightmare universes, they find their way home. I'll give this a thumbs up. And just a note for the audience, this was issue 36. The next issue to come out will be issue 38. Because I saw online, I think yesterday, Bendis said, well, the next issue will be the Black Vortex crossover, but they skipped an issue because, I don't know, I guess the artist must have had a family emergency, so I think they're going to do the Black Vortex issues and then come back and release issue 37.
Okay. That's interesting.
Yeah.
So one book that I know we both read was the end of the Spider-Verse crossover story.
Yes.
And I gotta say, I'm just gonna spoil this right now. What is with Otto killing the Master Weaver? Like, doesn't that seem like that was a bad idea?
Yeah, but I guess, I don't know if he auto realizes by now that Peter Parker's getting his body back, so I don't know if Otto figured he had nothing left to lose, or the thought that just popped into my head, what if he did something? What if he was able to, like, I don't know, send his consciousness somewhere else? But he's still in that body, though.
Well, now that you bring that up, they have those the inheritor crystals that you can put your mind, that the essence of Solus was in it, and then they saw, and boy, how bad of an idea is it to send them all to radioactive world? It's like, okay, you people have hunted us for millennia, but because we're special, we're not going to kill you. We're just going to drop you off on this universe and hope you don't figure out a way back.
Yeah, I know. I guess they think they're going to imprison themselves in that bunker, but yeah, you're right. Once they get in that bunker, I mean, what are they going to do? Start plotting how to get out of there?
Yeah, exactly. And baby Ben is now with Uncle Ben, which is nice. Although Uncle Ben's got to be like 90 years old at this point, because he was old when Peter knew him, and Peter's a grown man now. So, but I'm guessing they maybe went back to the MC2 universe there, but that wasn't quite clear. And Spider-Ham survives, and we get to see Spider-Ham naked, and like all funny animal creatures, he has no genitals, so that's
a decoy for the baby.
Yes, that was cute, and I guess theoretically Kane could come back now, maybe, because they were saying the web was healing itself, so maybe Kane can be healed. I don't know. I wasn't quite sure on what happened to Kane there, but maybe he's dead, maybe he's not, because that, again, they're so inconsistent with clones. Because if Kane was dead, he's supposed to crumble into dust. Because that's the thing about clones, that cloning process is that when they die, they crumble to dust, which is why the inheritors always crumble into dust. Yeah, but they're kind of inconsistent with that, I think.
Yeah, I think they'll explain more next issue. So what they say is the epilogue.
Okay.
Because I'm sure they'll send Otto back. Because I think that's the point where he kind of time traveled into Superior Spider-Man 19 or something. So.
Yeah. What happens is he gets pulled back by the guys running the tech startup. Yeah, and then.
So I wonder if he's gonna copy his mind or something.
Yeah, something's good. So they gotta bring Otto back. Everyone loved Otto. I think we can all agree to that.
And in the Superior Spider-Man storyline, when he was still in that body, didn't his old body go missing out of the grave or something?
Well, yeah, his body was well dead at that point.
Yeah, but I'm saying it went missing though.
Yeah. Oh, but they also have cloning technology. Yeah, well, it did go. That is true. It did go missing out of the grave. I guess it was implied the goblins might have stolen it, but maybe they didn't. Maybe Otto stole his own body, but he was traveling through time.
Clone himself a new one.
Yeah, maybe makes himself that young, beautiful Otto again, and then he goes and becomes the superior Dr. Octavius.
And fights Superior Iron Man.
That would be awesome, because Dr. Octavius, good guy now, fights Superior Iron Man, proves himself smarter than Tony Stark. That would be awesome. We only got a short time to do it before the universe collapses, but it'd be nice if they do it.
Yeah, so I give it a thumbs up. What do you give it?
Oh, I give it a thumbs up. I give it a strong thumbs up. I was just so shocked to see Otto kill the Master Weaver. It was like, oh, okay. Did not see that coming. What else did we have? We had Spider-Man. Ms. Marvel. What did you think of Ms. Marvel?
You mean Captain Marvel?
Captain Marvel, yes. Did you read that?
Yeah, it was good. What she was fighting the alien ship.
Yeah.
I think it's kind of driving, because then she could be a part of Black Vortex with Guardians of the Galaxy and everyone else.
Oh, perhaps. I don't know. I was just kind of annoyed. Well, first off, I'll say this. I liked the, use the shields as a weapon gambit. That was nice. But the whole, hey, look, they're flying away from this spot of space called the Infinite Envelope. Well, if they're making that big curve, if we go straight through that, we'll intercept them. That makes perfect sense. It's like, yes, they're going 800 light years out of their way to avoid this area. We'll just go straight through it, because that could not possibly fail.
Can't be dangerous, no.
No, it's well, I figure she was thinking, oh, there must be like badasses there, bad guys there, but I'm Captain Marvel. I'll just beat them up, I guess. But it's like not still. First off, it has a fancy name. It's like, oh, they're avoiding the Bermuda Triangle. Well, we'll just go right through the Bermuda Triangle. That'll show them. And like Marvel Universe, Bermuda Triangle, not real, not actually a problem to drive through Bermuda Triangle. It's like it was just clearly a bad idea, and so it was. It's just very confusing how that works. But what I'm sure you'll find is that because of the spatial distortions, she winds up on the other. She'll magically get through it because she finds the wormhole that gets you to the other side. Because otherwise, it's a real sad story with everything ending horribly.
Yeah, she'll probably end up with the Guardians or something.
Yeah, probably. But no, so you know what? Yeah. I'm gonna give that one I'm gonna give that a 1/4 down. It's like not fully down, but it's like just because it's such a obvious rookie mistake to hinge your entire plotline on. So yeah, Captain Marvel, you disappointed me this time, Cap. Step up your game next week or next month.
Oh.
You're on notice, Captain Marvel. I like Captain Marvel, but it was just so obvious. It's such it's Captain America. The old Captain America Fear Him. You got that comic bookiness of the kids, living the idealized Never Neverland life, and that's idiotic in its own way. But this is again that comic book logic, that comic book expediency that just makes you go, well, obviously this was a bad idea.
Yeah.
That's my take on it.
I think I gotta agree with you. My thumb's kind of like out to the side. It's not up or down.
Yeah. Okay. So is that everything we read this week?
Yeah, I think that's all we need to do now.
Okay. That is our comic book roundup for this week for Wednesday the 11th. Yeah.
Yeah, any thoughts or questions or recommendations on books, you can get a hold of me, nightwingpdp@gmail.com, or I'm on Twitter at nightwingpdp. And Charlie?
I'm at superconnectivityblog@gmail.com. You can tweet me at Charlie Esser, and I will respond. And that is the roundup, I guess.
Yes, that is your All New Marvel Roundup. Come back next week.
Yeah.
More great Marvel. Bye, everyone.